On Thursday, October 22nd, in Washington, D.C., you'll have two options for your after-hours professional networking and happy houring. You can attend what are likely to be extremely exciting launch parties for Microsoft Windows 7, or you can join us for the Intelligence Collaborative inaugural event that's going to be held that evening. The title and the topic are Social Networking and Next Generation Intelligence. The challenge that I want to make to you, my fellow intelligence professionals, is to realize that this effort begins and ends with you. New tools are available to us now that give us ways to network with one another and learn from one another like we've never been able to before. I hope to explain to you how this is possible. By day, I'm a competitive intelligence analyst and program manager at this little local telecommunications company. When I take a strategic view of the role information and technology play in aiding collaboration, I see fundamental and far-reaching changes taking place. Probably my favorite book on this subject is Here Comes Everybody by Clay Shirky. If you have not yet read this book, I highly recommend it. Professor Shirky describes how the ubiquity of the internet and social tools are changing how, and often why, people form connections. So what is Shirky's basic premise? Most human endeavors require the participation of more than one individual, going all the way back to the introduction of agriculture. Getting all these people to work together requires coordination, and that coordination comes with a cost. All of this leads us to the height of human thought and achievement, management. In a corporate entity, the transaction costs of complex coordination are very high, and it quickly becomes more expensive to do what otherwise might have been just a simple set of activities or tasks. Control becomes extremely important, and this is the genesis of bureaucracy. In bureaucratic institutions, new ideas get put before a firing squad. First, to do anything, you have to sell the idea to everyone up your chain of command. Then you need the approval from all of the other functional groups impacted by what you're trying to do. You're screwed if you need to talk to lawyers. Management and bureaucracy are geared towards doing the same thing repeatedly and ostensibly gaining some sort of economy of scale. Innovation becomes the victim of corporate bureaucracy. Those with innovative ideas begin to self-censor. They also probably begin to drink heavily. In Here Comes Everybody, Shirky forcefully proves his case that the internet and social tools are reducing the transaction costs from what they were before. Using readily available social tools, some efforts can be coordinated with very little transaction costs. Shirky calls groups that organize themselves this way self-organizing communities. Back in the 20th century, publishing required a big, massive, capital-intensive printing press. There weren't that many of them, and it was expensive to publish anything. Ditto for radio or television programming. Today, we can try multiple things and choose the one or the few that work best. Very few innovations come out of the oven completely baked, and now we have an opportunity to iterate and continually improve upon the imperfect like never before. A growing number of products in our world today are released in a known imperfect state. It's not just software either. Your TiVo, your iPhone, your laptop, growing categories of tangible products actually improve over their lifetime. Today it's your DVR, and soon it will be your car and your home heating and cooling system. Within the Intelligence Collaborative, we're going to take advantage of available social tools and platforms. Many of these are free, and a lot of them are awesome. From the Intelligence Collaborative's perspective, it's really valuable to be able to launch an organization like this without the upfront capital costs that would otherwise have once been necessary. One thing that I want to caution you all about is what I've come to call the royal we. In organizations like this, you often hear people with admittedly very good ideas saying, we should have a speaker on this interesting topic, or something similar that we should do. When these people say we should do these things, they expect you, or in my experience often enough, me, to make the things happen. We want to teach, learn, and develop one another with absolutely everything we do. You will play a leading role in executing on your great ideas. It's also in your self-interest to take such an active role. Taking an active leadership role is something that you can talk about with your manager or prospective employers. By taking charge and building your skills in a demonstrable way, you're sending a message about your enthusiasm and willingness to expand your professional skills. Because we deal in sensitive, confidential, or even classified information, we can all be a little bit secret squirrel from time to time. While respecting the sensitivity of the information with which you work, challenge yourself to think about sources, methods, and tools you can demonstrate and share with your fellow intelligence professionals. In more traditional environments and organizations, you spend a disproportionate amount of your time and energy dealing with politics and bureaucracy instead of actually doing cool things. The Intelligence Collaborative promise is that you will be able to spend your time and energy creating cool stuff. We will make everything a learning opportunity, and we need everyone to contribute. We're a social network, not a broadcast network. We will provide an environment where all of you can make mutually beneficial professional connections. We want the Intelligence Collaborative to be the best place to network within the intelligence community. We do what we say, and we say what we do. We will be as open as conceivably possible in all of our activities. That's my pitch. Thank you for listening. And now I'm excited to hear what you have to say.